Hello, everybody, and welcome to another review. First, a disclaimer. Yes, it's another Megazord. I am going in order of season and series. However, this will be the last one, because it's the last one I own, of any variation of the Dino Megazord. Unless, of course, I were to come into possession of a different one. But for now, this is the last one. But this is probably the most highly detailed, highly posable, most definitive Megazord out there. It's the Soul of Chogokin Daizyujin slash Megazord. I bought the one with the Power Ranger Megazord box. However, it's the same toy regardless of which one you get. I'm gonna go over each one individually, as well as go over the comparison with this and the original. But you have the Mastodon, the Pterodactyl, the Triceratops, the Saber-toothed Tiger, and the Tyrannosaurus. Now, because this is basically the same as the Japanese one, they're also called Shogozu. And this is the Mammoth, the Pteranodon, Triceratops, Saber Tiger, and Tyrannosaurus Shogoju. They're guardian beasts. But they're also Zords from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I will go over each one individually, starting as always with the Mastodon. Now, these all have diecast. Alright, this has a lot of diecast in it. It's heavy. Yeah. So it's no stick. These are not stickers. These are all molded, painted details. Everything is painted on here. Nothing is a sticker. Goes for show accuracy as far as it can go. Everything, it looks really, really good. Also, first, in terms of posability, this doesn't really pose to. I mean, it can, but you have to lift this panel up. And actually, one thing that's different from the original, there's these panels that cover up the back of the legs. But you do that, and then you could lift up the back legs. Not too far, but you can. You can put them back down. Sometimes it's hard to get them to snap in. You have to play with it a little bit, but you get it. Also, the other thing that's posable is the trunk. It's got many points of 3 points of articulation. So it can go down, roll up like that, up, and the head actually can move up and down, which is different from the original. So I'll bring in the original Mastodon, and you could already tell there is a little bit of a size difference, but the stickers on here are so different than the painted details on here. Also, the trunk and the feet are a nice silver, where this goes for a gray. And again, because of these panels here, and this not having them, you could see the hollowness and the fist for the Megazord on this. This, all it has is the back, like I showed, and the trunk. That's it. These tusks come out. As far as I know, these tusks don't come out. I'm not going to test it. I don't want to break anything. So I'm going to start off by bringing this into its combined mode for the tank. So take off the head. Bring that out. You bring up this, and you want to fold it in. Right the first time. You want to fold it up. Oh, first bring it up like this. But you want to fold it all up. When you bring it, you want to fold it up, fold it in like that, and then it looks like the shoulder. You do the same thing with this side. You bring it up, bring this all the way up, fold it up, and there you go. You bring these out, and you split it apart. And this has a lot more ratchets, so I'm going to bring it up about 6. One thing that I didn't notice until just now is there's red on the feet over here. See over there also, there's a lot of hidden details too that I didn't really notice when you're not paying much attention. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And then I will bring out the pterodactyl. And you can see that the cannon feet are more elongated than the original. The wings are more elongated. And there's actually pink along the head, whereas in the original it was all red. And on the inside, a lot more pink detail and white detail in there. I think the only die cast is the chest piece here. I am not 100% sure, but I think that's it. There could be some more that I'm not seeing, but I think that's all there is. So I'll bring in the original pterodactyl. And yeah, sticker detail versus painted detail. Again, the red on the head on here versus pink. That's the inside of the two of them compared. A lot more detail on this one. So to get it ready, I'm going to take off the cannons, keep the head out like this, fold the wings in, they'll fold on top of each other like that, and that's all ready. Next will be the Triceratops. Once I get this one ready. Triceratops over here. Again, die cast. A lot of cool details on here. One thing of note, these collapse in and pull out. So it becomes a little wider. Silver feet on the front. The tail can go up for posability. This can rotate out and mimic shooting lasers. What's interesting about this though is that the horns, though they do come off like the original one, they're attached to chains. So you don't have to worry about losing them, and you can mimic attacks. And they go back in fairly easily. You don't have to really fuss with it. Same on this side. Nice chain. And it just goes right down in. And then you could put the horn back on. The head has more movements than the original one. Can actually pose a lot. Goes up like the original one. And in the back, there's this piece here that folds down. It's currently hiding the port for Megazord. I don't know if you can see it. It's not the same as the Zord Builder port in there. It's very hard to see it. But it is also not the same as the original Megazord. I'm going to leave that down for now. I'm going to bring in the other Triceratops and you could see the differences. Again, all painted details on this one, all stickers on this one. Also, nothing in here, whereas there's a sticker over here. One thing that I don't understand with this, and it's the same with the saber-toothed tiger. You would think because it's a premium item that there would be wheels. I mean, I don't expect the treads to move. They didn't on the original, but there were wheels here on the original, as you can see. I mean, little casters, hard to see on the thing, but you could see it. So to get it ready, you're gonna collapse this in. Let's get it ready for tank mode. Turn this in like this, and that goes in. Put that off to the side. Get Triceratops ready. I forgot to get this Mastodon ready quick. I'll do that very fast. Next is the saber-toothed tiger. You can already see its head is a little... one thing I wanted to show off with the Triceratops, which is definitely not a feature on the original. You can get it to do it. Probably won't, because I can't get it to. The mouth is supposed to open. There we go. So the mouth opens on this one. It doesn't open on the original. I forgot to show that off. I'll close that up. And since I did that, I'll show you that the saber-toothed tiger mouth opens. Again, not a feature on the original. There's some black detailing on the inside there. Head can move around and lift up. There is a lot of posability in the legs. Both front and back. So you can get interesting poses. Sometimes I have a hard time trying to get it back in its pose I just had, but that's okay. The tail actually extends for its laser mode. That's pretty cool. Again, no rolling wheels. Although they're painted and molded on, this doesn't move either. I don't understand. I mean, I get painting them because they were a detail on the original, but to not have wheels when it's supposed to roll in tank mode doesn't make sense. But to put it in tank mode, you're gonna bring this in, bring these legs up. I think they're in all the way. I'm not sure. And just bring these up a little. It doesn't matter exactly where, just to a good spot. And put that off to the side. Oh, I forgot to show it off with the saber-toothed tiger. And non-show accurate stickers versus show accurate paint details. Paint details that aren't on the original. This also has the same port as the Triceratops. We'll get this ready for its tank mode. Now we'll bring out the T-Rex. And the T-Rex has a lot of posability options as well. Now we'll start off with the arms. The arms can bend here, go in and out a little bit. The fingers can actually, can the fingers open? No, I don't think the fingers open. Actually, little one does. There we go. So you get that in both hands. Oh, can they both? Oh, they do both move. I'm sorry. I was wrong. They both move. So you can bring this up, bring this down, bring it back. So that's good. Mouth opens. And I don't know if you could see it. There's molded cannons in there, which is a nice touch. The torso spins. So you get interesting moves there. Legs turn here. These legs can move a little bit in and out. Show off the little peg over there accidentally. These feet move. There's detail on the bottom of the feet here. Tail is articulated. And that bends for transformation. It's even articulated at the very tip over here. There's a little tab here that can actually be flipped to hide. Because I have such a hard time getting it out, I just leave it out. And that's to clip it into the Mastodon. Show it next to the original T-Rex. See, the detail on the bottom is not present here, it's just hollow. To get him ready for combination, what you want to do is bring this back, open this up here. You see this little tab here. Bring that out. And then also what you want to do is, this doesn't have the same thing as like a button, but this does go up and puts it in the position for the tank mode. So again, you're gonna bring this foot out, bring this all the way up, and then bring this up like that till you hear a click. Now it's in the position for tank mode. The arms you wanna bring up to the chest. And now you're all ready for that. Quickly bring up the T-Rex from the original, bring it into tank mode, so this way we can get these started. So I'm gonna actually put together the old tank mode first, because the new one's a little more difficult with all its moving parts and everything. So I want to get this ready to show it off. Move it off the side for now. So, what you want to do is you want to take the T-Rex, take the Triceratops, and it'll combine to this leg here. Now push it all the way in till you hear a click. Same thing with the Sabertooth. You push it all the way in till you hear a click. The Mastodon will connect to the back and click on the sides. Take the Mastodon head. And one thing that's different, which I forgot with the T-Rex versus the other one, there's actually a little piece here that you have to pull down. Not the whole piece. You can see it right there, and that's where you peg in the Mastodon. If I can get that in there. Now, after I put the cannons in, the pterodactyl, I find, in this mode, is very difficult to attach. There are clips that you have to bring up in the back of the Megazord. The clips are not on the pterodactyl themselves like they were. It's also not easy to get out if I'm doing it right. There we go. So you see the clips right here. They're supposed to clip in to little holes, if you can see them, on the pterodactyl. They are not easy to clip in at all. So I will try if I could even just get it to sit here. Otherwise, I will hold it up so you get the idea. It doesn't look like it wants to go on for me. So yeah, it's not gonna stay. I've seen reviews of other people doing this, and they either leave it off completely or hold it up. Some people get lucky, and they get it to go on. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I'll bring the other tank mode in. Now I'm gonna move this off to the side because it's not gonna stay on, so I can at least lift them up, so you could see what they look like, minus the pterodactyl on that one. And this one's more detailed, a lot heavier. Now, again, I'm going to do the old one first, put it in the Megazord mode, and then I'll put that Megazord together. This way, this one's all ready for when I have the Megazord combined. So I'll put this Megazord off to the side. And now bring in this one. So now the pterodactyl is already disconnected, so like the other one, you want to bring the wings out, so you can bring the head in, and then you want to fold these in. Now the difference is, which doesn't happen with the other one, this hides the clips. You want to take the clips, fold them down. They're very small, you could see them, and that's how it'll clip into the Megazord. Then you want to take these off and bring the fist around. You want to take the mastodon head off and fold in that little thing there. Now, bringing up the tail, like I said, normally this little clip here is in, I left it out. You bring it up, fold this piece back, and it'll clip into the back of the mastodon right there. The legs now, I'm going to bring up the fronts of the Triceratops saber-toothed tiger. And on saber-toothed tiger, you actually have this little tab here that you pull down for a heel. You want to bring the legs down and push that back in, which might not be that easy. Come on. That's the problem. I want to go back in. I want to go back in. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties. This is something that shouldn't happen, yet it is happening. I'm having a hard time pushing that piece back in that brings the leg up for tank mode. There we go. Put the Triceratops back in. This Megazord is highly posable, but it's also very, very flimsy. Okay. Let's put the pegs back in the back. And we'll put the cannons back here. I'm going to take these down so you can grab this, bring that door down. So you can bring the T-Rex head down, bring this up, bring the hands back up. Pterodactyl, you'll put in the front and it'll clip right onto the Mastodon itself. And there you have the front shield. And then bring out the horns, you have Megazord. Now one other thing, I'm going to try and do this here before I show the posability. Let's see if I can do this here. You could see it, I don't know. But over here is actually a thumb. You can bring that out and over. Same thing on this side, out and over. His hands actually open to hold weapons. Speaking of weapons, this is an awesome looking sword. Painted, the silver chrome with the gold chrome, black handle, a little silver tip here. It's kind of like a curved point, but it's still pointed at the end. You open up his hands, put the sword in. You can hold the Mastodon shield in this hand, just like in the original Megazord. It holds all the weapons the way it should. Although it's hard to get this in. There we go. And there you have the Megazord. Yeah, it's a little wobbly because I don't have the hand closed correctly, so I'm going to take that out. Now one thing, I'm going to take the sword out for now. Another good thing about this, I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of posability with this guy. A lot. He loses the torso turn to the pterodactyl, but his head turns. Arms can do this. Do kind of like a superhero pose. Legs are very posable. He doesn't have much of a knee though. The one downside to the posability, and I can't show it all off because I don't want to break it at the moment. The downside is that he's very flimsy. And I can't get him back standing up straight for some reason. The pterodactyl just wanted to pop off. So it's a highly detailed figure, but it's hard to really maneuver. Like, this is really only going to ever stay on my shelf after the review. I did not get Solo Chogokin, Dragonzord, or Titanus. I don't plan on it. Very expensive. But I will bring in the original Megazord so you could see what it looks like next to it. Now, looking at it, this looks like the nostalgic Megazord you grew up with, but it is not show accurate. This looks like what you see on TV. It looks nice, it poses nice, but combining it and taking it apart isn't as nice as this. This is to play with, this is not to play with. This is to display. So I hope you guys like my review. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you with future videos. Again, this should be the last Megazord video. Thank you, have a good day.